The last few years, I've done quite a few tips on jigging. And in the past, I've talked about instead of using live bait, minnows and night crawlers with your jigs, going with 2.5 and 3-inch Berkley gulp tails. And the reasons for doing that are pretty simple. You can make a lot longer casts. You can cast real hard. You don't have to worry about the minnows and the crawlers coming off. And you can actually use a technique, I like to call it power fishing, okay? You can go down a rip-rap shoreline like this real quickly with long casts out in front of the boat, cover water fast, find the fish. So using straight tails has been a really effective way for me to catch fish. But what we're going to do today is explain kind of like the next step in jigging. And it's going from power fishing 1 with the straight tails to power fishing 2 with action tails. Whenever I find a school of fish right now, and if I'm catching them on straight tails, I'm going to go and try action tails. One of my favorites, actually, in the last 2 years, in the last year in particular, has been this little Berkley gulp product. But you can see the deep ribs. This is called a pulse worm, okay? It's about 3 inches long. If you breathe on this, it moves in the water. And so I can fish this very fast and aggressively. It has a ton of action. In the last 2 years, in particular, these little ripple shads, these 3-inch ripple shads, again, power bait, Berkley power bait, have a ribbed division in here which gives them a lot of action and a very thin section before the paddle. So we're using this more and more and more. And this is kind of a cool bait because as you jig it, you can feel the vibration, almost like a crankbait. So I'll throw those 2 offerings to the fish to see if I get more bites. And that's the purpose of doing this, is to try to push the envelope, push that envelope, fish a little faster, show them something a little bit different, because on any given day, they may want an action tail. And for you river fishermen, and for all the people that wanted this to come out for river fishing, Berkley's just introduced their new ribworm. It's a 4-inch version, very soft and limber. That 4 inches gives you a lot of flexibility in the tail. The Mississippi River guys, the Missouri River guys have been smashing walleyes on tails like this. And actually, I've been using them a lot on weed lines and getting very good results. So action tails are like the second tier in power jigging. You're gonna wanna try them. I usually wait until I've caught a few fish on straight tails, like I said before, then go to the action tails, and you'll find that, man, some days you will really catch a lot more fish.